big plays, big plays, big plays. Get hated if he try to switch ways. We got
What is up, I Love Basketball TV? It's Coach Ron Rizuki. We're going to be talking about 3 simple secrets to extend your shooting range. Let's get into it. The most important things that we're going to be talking about is the way that we shoot the basketball and the form that we have to have from close and from distance. And it's fairly the same, but there are some minor differences that we need to get into, and these are the secrets that you're going to be learning. Now, the second thing is going to be the way that we transfer energy and how we get the basketball from a distance to have the same consistency as we do from close. And lastly, we'll be talking about our wrist snap and what we need to do differently from a distance. Let's get into it. So when shooting from a long distance, it's super important that you keep the same form that you have from close as you do from far, with a few small minor differences. Now, the most common mistake that happens is as players start shooting from a distance, what happens is they either 1, start to dip their shoulder to generate power inefficiently, or 2, their shooting hand ends up across their face. And we absolutely don't want to do that. No matter where you're shooting from on the floor, make sure that your shooting hand is in the rim. Make sure that you're not dipping your shoulder or turning your hips to thrust and get into awkward positions with your body to have to shoot the ball as inefficiently as possible. We want that consistency. So we want to be here, squared as much as we can, so that we get into our shot, finish with our hand in the rim, no matter where we're shooting from. The only thing that's going to change, and this is not talked about often enough, is my set point. So as I shoot the basketball, maybe from close, inside where the bigs are, or where I'm elevating to get my shot off, I might have a higher set point because I'm closer and need that soft touch at the rim. But as I push further, my set point might drop to about my eyebrow level. Now, yes, we do talk about the difference in the set point. One thing that cannot happen though is your set point should never go below your chin or should never go below your nose. You always want your set point at the lowest to be at your nose and at the highest to be right above your head but not way above your head. And you also don't ever want to pull it behind your head because this creates a catapult and hurts your arc. Now, the second and most important thing is going to be the way that you transfer energy from the bottom up into your shot. Too many players want to bring the ball up as their body moves down, and you don't want to do this. You don't want to be here and have the basketball go up as your body goes down. That looks really, really awkward, so don't do that. Don't be that kid. Instead, let's make sure that the basketball starts low with our body starting low. And as the ball rises, our body also rises because we want to have good fluidity with our jump shot. We don't want to do this and then push out through the hips. So make sure that we're starting low, make sure the basketball's low, and then as we get into our shot, it's gonna flow. So this is gonna help us with our range. So as I shoot the basketball here, even that we're super close, I'm down low, ball goes up, body also goes up. And this is not gonna change no matter where we are. But you have to make sure that you're able to transfer that lower body energy into your shot all the way through. So when I start to step back, whether it's mid-range or three-pointers, I have to be able to catch the ball, be low, and then elevate up. I know a lot of coaches tell you not to dip the basketball, right? But you don't want to catch it here, drop your body, and then have to shove it through the hips and just kind of push through. That's not the way you want to shoot the ball. So it's okay to catch it in rhythm and then go up, ball and body up together. This is going to be probably one of the best ways that you can get your range to extend. Now, when you watch guys like Steph Curry, Trae Young, etc., the further and further they go back, they're not really lifting a ton off the ground. It's more about the way that they transfer the energy through the ground and into the shot, right? So you catch the ball here, you don't see these guys jumping at their highest and then releasing it super flat. The only time that that happens is when you get into the mid-range and you're lifting up to shoot it over somebody, more like Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan or sometimes Kyrie. But as you step further, and especially because these are more catch and shoot opportunities, right? Or even Dame Lillard does a lot of them off the bounce. You're going to be shooting these with very little lift, but making sure that you get great transfer of energy from the bottom up into our shot. Now, the third secret that we're going to be talking about is your wrist snap. As you shoot the ball from distance, it's super important that you're able to snap and get a good, strong snap of the wrist. If you can flick it quickly, it's going to help the ball to rotate better and travel through the air to the basket. You want to have these 2 fingers to be the last 2 fingers to release the basketball, and make sure that your wrist is all the way down, almost touching your forearm. Don't allow it to be here, don't allow it to rock up, and don't allow it to turn in either direction, right? As I shoot the basketball, this wrist turns straight down and it's got a strong snap all the way into the basket. If I lock out the elbow and snap the wrist, my shot can be a lot more consistent versus going like this sometimes, or like this sometimes, or like this sometimes. And you definitely don't want it to be coming off the other fingers or turning that way. Everything goes straight down, good backspin, good rotation to the hoop. So as you shoot the ball from further, make sure that you get that strong snap of the wrist. So we put together a drill for you to extend your range and become a much better shooter. But you're gonna be starting from here, and what you wanna do is make 5 in a row. Have that same consistent shot every single time. Once you make the 5 in a row, you go ahead to take a step back, right here, just 1 step back, and continue the same process until you get to half court. Of course, if you cannot make 5 in a row, then you just stay at the same exact spot. But have that consistency and understand how to transfer the energy from the lower body to the upper body the more and more you step back, because now you're gonna have to use this energy to shoot the same way versus just trying to throw it or heave it. And if you start to notice your shoulder dipping or turning of the hips or any sort of rotation, make sure that you don't do those things, or just get closer if you need to. But 5 in a row is the goal. You hit the 5 in a row, you go ahead and earn the right to take that 1 step back, and then continue doing that for your 10 minutes. Once your 10 minutes is up, then you're done. You find out maybe this is your range. Tomorrow I want you to do it again and try to beat it until eventually you're shooting a few steps behind that 3-point line. So the last drill that we have for you guys is a don't miss 2 in a row drill. You're gonna be going from wherever your range, maybe it's just the free throw line, maybe it's the top of the key, but you're gonna be shooting here, and as you shoot the basketball, you wanna understand how to make your shots and why you're making your shots, or why you're missing your shots and how to adjust off of those things. So maybe as I shoot the basketball, I'm not snapping my wrist enough, maybe I'm not having it centered, maybe I'm not using my body the same way, so I wanna make sure that I'm shooting the basketball, and that as I shoot the ball, I wanna be able to make as many as I can without missing 2 in a row. So if you do happen to miss a shot, then you want to know why you missed the shot, and then make the next one straight to the basket. Continue this drill, try to get at least 25, but the most that I've ever seen at one spot has been 143 at one spot without missing 2 in a row. We hope you enjoyed today's video, so make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you did, and subscribe as we're dropping new videos every single week. So make sure you hit that notification bell. And if you hit the link and the pinned comment down below, it's gonna give you access to our new shooting program. So make sure that you go get that one, as it's an incredible program and it's gonna help you a ton. We'll catch you guys in the next video.
Big plays. Get hated if he try to switch ways. We got liquor in the trunk and a little more smoke. Take our minds of being broke. We've been making big plays.